Yeah. So click it. You're looking at match selector, not matchmaker, right? The black.
It
Wait,
has some
are
delay,
you on the
but
turn?
you
Are you
get
in the
Whoa, whoa.
there.
tournament wheel? What character are you on?
Well,
Tournament realm, yeah.
Arena Pass and
ProGameX, name
yeah,
of the
Hunter.
character.
The Hunter. Choose the Hunter character.
guys. Welcome back to the Pro Game X Tournament Invitationals. Sorry for the extremely long delay today. Hopefully, we've sifted our way through some problems and we can get going right away here. The next game will be Ludix's Jungle Cleave against Hartley's. Hartley's. What is this? Hartley's Blue Lightning, the Ellie Shaman Rogue Resto Druid. And I'll be creating this game right now, and we'll be getting into the action right away. No more delaying. We are on the roll.
Yes, hopefully, guys, we fixed some of the issues, and we should be good to go. But yeah, thanks to everyone that's still sticking around to watch the stream. We should be good to go as soon as the arena is ready. This is going to be our second series of the day. It will be, as you said, the team of Hartley playing that Rogue Ellie Resto Druid against the team of is it Macrozina? Yes, it is. Macrozina
Yes.
playing that Holy Paladin, Ludix playing that Hunter and Fraturus on the Feral. So it will be a Jungle Cleave against an Ellie Feral, Ellie Resto Druid, a Rogue team. So should be interesting how they decide to play that one. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty fast paced game. So as soon as you're ready, since I don't have the
Well, we're just here
start.
in the just because of the crowd control available to them. But we will start the game. Hartley using that AoE stealth, of course, wanting to land a sap and possibly opening onto Ludix. But he's doing a good job staying in his flare. But they do decide to sap Macrocina, unfortunately, and they will be opening onto Ludix with a cheap shot. Good disorient there onto Hartley, though, on his opener, applying that Fairy Fire right away. But a lot of damage onto Jonas Shaman, the Ellie, of course. He's going to be dipping to about half HP. Druid Felix into a full Hodge trap. Good use of CC by the team here of the Jungle Cleave. But a Hex thrown onto Macrocina. No decurse on that team. Fratorius being turned around. He has to Barskin. Paralytic Poison also proccing. Macrocina using Aura Mastery to heal there. Jonas also dipping incredibly low. Nature's Guardian was proc. Ironbark Cenarian and Shamrage have all been used at the same time. Both teams throwing out a lot of damage here in the opener, using almost all of their defensive cooldowns aside from trinkets, but Druid Felix here with no trigger, hardly into a full clone, just trying to displace that damage, but Fraterius also into a full clone. A lot of damage coming out here. I believe Stone Lash Totem was thrown down. Full trap was landed onto Druid Felix. Nice trap. Jonas Shaman in a lot of trouble. Ludix also in a lot of trouble. Both players, the Hunter and the Ellie Shaman, dipping incredibly low. Spirit Walker's Grace, Nature Guardian coming up just in time. Full bleeds. He will be able to pick him up with that Heart of the Wild. Also choosing to go into cat form here, maybe generate some combo points. The Ellie Shaman still, he's in danger. Jonas Shaman bleeds are falling off, though. He has the Ironbark Cenarian where he will be okay. Nice clone onto Ludix. Both teams just trading blow for blow, kind of like no one wants to push in necessarily. They're very scared. Paralytic Poison proc onto Ludix, a lot of damage on him, but a lot of damage onto Jonas Shaman. Jonas Shaman is definitely the kill target for this Jungle Cleave. Full clone onto Druid Felix. Shamrage is used by Jonas. Nice use of that cooldown, but he's got full dots, full bleeds, everything from this team. He's dipping incredibly low. I don't know if it's enough. Full scatter shot onto Druid Felix. Half HP on Jonas Shaman. Full blind out of that. Nice blind by Macrocina. Incredibly low. 160k HP. He could go down. Gouge onto Ludix. Everything on Druid Felix, and he will go down. So just a really intense game, kind of how I would have expected it to go. There's just so much crowd control available for Druid Felix from this Jungle Cleave, and it seems almost unpreventable. Using the stuns onto Jonas Shaman to guarantee that he cannot stop using grounding totems on the traps. And I'll be just speaking to this team very quickly so we can keep moving forward. If you have anything to say, Zuni.
Yes, so I was gonna say, so I obviously have to mute the Skype in between so I could see the games, but that was pretty much how you expected it. Yeah, I mean, we just saw the trinket from Druid Felix being forced early. He had to trinket that scatter shot, which he did right. He kind of had to, and of course we saw the stun onto the Ellie Shaman. So that way they actually denied the grounding, and then Ludix was able to get that trap off, and that was huge. He got an 8-second trap, and I guess an Ellie Shaman. If you can deny that grounding, that's a long CC chain. Then there was obviously, of course, the Hodge right before that, and then the scatter shot that Druid Felix had to trinket. And that was kind of the key point. Had to use this trinket and Shamrage so early on. So at the end there, he got CC. There was a nice blind by Macrozina, always pushing for those to the team of Macrozina, Ludix, and Frit. They will be winning the first game. I'm just going to ask him for the next map pick so we can get this ready as soon as possible.
Yeah, they've decided on Dalaran Arena.
All right.
The Rogue Ellie Resto Druid team has decided Dalaran Arena, and I will be starting this match right away. So we'll be just waiting here for both of the teams to accept, and we can continue moving forward. Interesting choice on Dalaran Arena. I'm not sure exactly what kind of advantage they're going to gain from this, aside from Thunderstorm, knockbacks into some clutch smoke bombs. But generally, I'm not sure why they would want to play on Dalaran Arena. It is a shorter map, so eating traps it could be much easier. But I really don't necessarily give an advantage to either team with this map pick. And again, I really expect Jonas Shaman to be the target of choice. He is running that dwarf for the stone form, so he's going to be able to remove the bleeds. But yeah.
I feel like it's going to be really hard, for the Rogue Ellie team to get any kind of pressure because, of course, the hex from the Ellie can get this cursed by the Feral. So it's always, either you go for the Feral and you stun it or you cross CC him. But it's always really hard when you have the curse on the team.
Yeah, definitely cross CC is going to be needed, either for Taurus as the target with crowd control and the Macrocina, but it's going to be incredibly hard to get a hex either way. The game is starting here again with the mass stealth. Both teams kind of running in here. They want to get a sap. They have to make sure they get a sap on the Macrocina, which they do. Hopefully they'll be able to find the hunter. He does do a random thunderstorm. He fortunately doesn't pull anyone out with that. Opening onto Ludix, though, with a lot of damage here. Macrocina and a full clone. Nice opener from the Rogue Ellie Resto Druid, but it pounce on a Jonas Shaman. He's getting full bleeds onto him. Black Arrow. Black Arrow instantly dispelled by Druid Felix. Good decision making there. Windwalk Totem coming down. Full blind onto Macrocina. Full clone onto Ludix. This is the cross CC we were talking about. Nice smoke bomb onto Fredatorius, but he does Barkskin it into a half kidney. Is it enough? He has to bubble. Every defensive use there from Fredatorius, aside from Heart of the Wild and his trinket. Ludix, though, he's getting swapped to. He's in a full disarm right now. He's taking a lot of damage, but there's no CC for Macrocina. I really expect him to be able to keep him alive. But Jonas Shaman not as nearly under as much pressure as last time. And as I say that, he's dipping to about half HP, but there's no crowd control for Druid Felix. Druid Felix still has his trinket available. Nice Thunderstorm knockup, but equally nice explosive trap to knock Jonas Shaman back down to Fredatorius. About half HP right now. Sham Rage, Ironbark, Sonaring Ward, all being used at the same time. He's just taking so much damage. Full hex on the Macrocina, nice dispel from Fredatorius. Fredatorius is definitely the target of choice, but both teams dipping incredibly low. Ironbark and Sham Rage are about to fade. Macrocina just coming out of a full clone. There's going to be a lot of damage available for Jonas here in a few moments. Cheap shot onto Macrocina. Scatter onto Druid Felix. If he lands this trap, no, he's fortunately not going to land the trap. Hardly able to eat it. He will be dispelled instantly. Hodge into Druid Felix does decide to trinket that. Too much pressure onto Jonas Shaman. No Ironbark available. No nothing really available. Shadow Dance coming onto Fredatorius. Full clone and Macrocina. No trinket available. No bubble available. Nature's Vigil. Bark is enough. 100k HP. The clone ends. He gets the Might of Ursoc just in between the stuns. He's going to get picked up here. Jonas Shaman in a lot of trouble, dipping to about 200k HP. Both teams just, I believe he landed a Skull Bash there. Druid Phoenix is in a full interrupt right now. Jonas Shaman is dipping to about 100k HP. Half HP. He should get picked up here. Druid Phoenix not in any CC with that Heart of the Wild. There's a lot of damage that's being thrown out. Nice clone onto Fredatorius, trying to recover here. Both teams kind of dipping incredibly low there. It could have gone either way. But Jonas Shaman choosing to kind of play defensively back here with Druid Felix. He wants to be grounding those traps. Nice explosive trap to displace the team. Cheap shots coming around the world into a hex. Fredatorius in a lot of trouble. Macrocina choosing to bubble the hex, but a full trap landed onto Druid Felix. Ironbark onto Jonas Shaman. Sham Rage is coming up. There's a lot of damage again onto the Ellie Shaman and the Feral Druid of both teams. Druid Felix coming out of that trap into a DR Wyvern Sting. Sham Rage is about to fade. No trinkets available for either healer. Sham Rage full hots onto Jonas Shaman. A lot of damage being done to him. He does get interrupted. But he's going to continue spamming the healing surges afterwards. Both teams just taking a lot of damage. Jonas Shaman has full bleeds on him. Hodge onto Druid Felix. No way out of that. Half HP. Stone Form just coming up. He really needs to Stone Form those bleeds off right now. Macrocina, though, in a full clone. Fredatorius coming out of a kidney. 100k HP on both teams. But unfortunately, the Ellie Shaman going down a little bit too soon there. Maybe Stone Forming a bit too late. But maybe a cross kill here. I don't think it's going to happen. Hartley just with not enough damage. Yeah, so the Jungle Cleave is going to take the win this time. Unfortunately here for the Ellie Shaman Rogue Resto Druid, they will be falling to the losers bracket, unfortunately. But Macrocina's team playing very well, landing a lot of full traps, really not letting that Elemental Shaman get to them. But they are deciding to play this out. I don't necessarily blame them. I really don't think they'll be able to. A full trap on a Druid Felix. Hartley should surely go down here with everything coming off cooldown. But they are choosing to play this out. Maybe they feel they have something going. I don't necessarily agree that they do. using that smoke bomb defensively, a full maim. I don't think they're going to pull this off. I don't think I've seen anything this extraordinary, but he is going to Shadow Dance. Druid Felix in a full Wyvern Sting, and he will go down. So
Yeah,
we'll be
absolutely,
exiting
but-
this game.
But what a much better game, from the team of Blue Lightning. They were doing kind of the thing we talked about, putting these hexes onto Macrozina and then stunning Fritters, denying that the curse, and that pretty much forced the bubble, the skin so early on. They kind of gave him that pressure, but of course, it just went back and forth so much. Of course, Macrozina pushing for those Hodges, and the CC chain was just kind of unstoppable. Of course, the Ellie Shaman has that tremor to get his healer out of Wyverns. He does have the grounding to deny the traps, but if you can stun the Ellie at the same time, like we said, then he was able to get to that full trap, and that's how it just ended at the end. We saw a full trap onto Druid Felix. Shaman Rage was not available, and they were able to finish. But as I said, it was a much better game for the team of Blue Lightning. Howsoever, they will be moving to the second chance bracket, which means the team of Blind Us All, Macrozina, Ludex, and Fritters running that Holy Poly Jungle Cleave will be moving on. And I think from what I can remember, we actually might move to the round 2.
Are we moving to the round 2, or are we going back to...
Actually, it's the first round.
Yeah.
The first team is ready. We could actually do that one. That'll probably be a smart choice for now. So that will be the team of Hingo Headmaster. No, the team actually of Hingo Headmaster is the one that decided to withdraw themselves, so they will
They're
not
going to
be
have to
playing.
forfeit, yes.
Yes. So which means the team of Waiting for Dampening, which is the RMP of Miro, Knees, and Hinnix, will be moving on by default to the round 2. But we could play the team of Holinka Plays Lock Shaman, that is the team name, against Pizza Club, and I think that's going to be your next game.
Yeah, so an MLS against a Holy Paladin Shatter play. Really, Holy Paladin's kind of struggling against casters generally throughout the seasons of World of Warcraft. So they're going to have to do a good job with their Mass Dispels and trying to lock as many polymorphs as they can from the Pizza Club, the MLS. But we should be moving into this next game shortly. As soon as I'm aware that both of the teams are ready and I have a team leader, we will be moving directly into that next game.
Absolutely. So it should be a very, very interesting game. Of course, you're going to see Banana Split and Healing Stat and Shake Meal playing that Holy Pally Shatter play, or Gotcom, however you want to call it, and facing off against the team of a Pizza Club. Pizza Club are going to be running that MLS, and I'm not sure if Fuxida usually, that is the lock on their team, usually sometimes he plays Destro, sometimes he plays UA, so we'll have to see what he decides to play. But it should be a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, I'm just searching here for who the team leaders are.
All right, so it is going to be Fox of the Burns and Banana Split.
Okay, Banana Split.
Yep, I'm just going to message both the teams, making sure they're ready to go. And okay, he and Seb just told me that they're waiting for a leader.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. There's any. What was that?
They're just waiting for Banana Split. So
Okay.
oh, looks like Shake Mail. Actually, they're ready to go. So Banana Split is a
Ready to
leader
go?
and against Fuxida Burns. Absolutely.
Okay. So we'll be moving forward here, and Grand Arena, of course, is the first match. Just waiting here for both teams to accept and for the game to start. I definitely give the advantage here to the MLS. Just because of the fact there's a Holy Paladin on the opposing team. He's going to have an incredibly hard time dealing with the amount of crowd control that's available for him. He's going to be needing to use those Hands of Sacrifice, and landing them on every poly. He's going to have to make sure that he's not CC'd, positioned perfectly, basically, I think, to be able to win this, because it's going to be incredibly hard here for Healing Stat to land any full fears due to the fact of Tremor Totem on the MLS's side. But I definitely think Fake X, I believe both mages will probably be the target of choice for either team. You might see some Shaman swaps. They may decide that that's the only option for them to all in the Shaman. But those are kind of my predictions here as we're waiting for the doors to open for the Grand Arena.
Definitely watch
I
for
definitely
the
think
Shaman.
it's MLS. Sorry?
Yeah, definitely. I was going to definitely watch for the Shaman swap. The Healing Stat and Shake Mail definitely love to go on these healers. So definitely watch for that, and I'll let you get straight into it.
Yep. And we're just waiting here for the countdown for the doors to open. 3, 2, 1. Let's see who's going to be the aggressor here, if it's going to be the Shatter play. Healing Stat just coming in here right away with a Feather, just taking the middle of the map. He's going to be dotting things up, trying to get those Shadow Orbs going, as well as Fake X and his Living Bombs, already locking him out on a VT, unfortunately, there. Icy Veins coming out, a lot of damage on the Healing Stat. Both of these Wizard teams are generally probably going to be playing pretty defensive, held back. They don't want to have to overextend from Banana Split. They have to make sure he's not crowd controlled, or they surely will lose. Just generally, Wizard bolts being thrown by both teams, not really anything too exciting, and he is choosing to play that Destro spec, not the normal Affliction. Landing a full deep ring, blinking in here onto Healing Stat, locking him out. He's going to sit that Ring of Frost. Double coils coming out. He does get Deep Frozen on the Chaos Bolt cast and a Poly onto Garnet. Fake X taking a lot of damage. So is Foxita, but Healing Stat. Nice Blanket Silence. Just trying to prevent that Chaos Bolt. Good peeling there. Blanket Silence onto Garnet. Foxita and Fake X both taking a lot of damage. Devouring Plague onto Fake X. He's dipping really low. He's playing very defensive back here with Garnet. He really doesn't want to push out. Cyphine doing a lot of work here in the middle next to the gateway. But Foxita, he's kind of still in a good position to get hit. He's dipping around half HP. I don't think he'll die. Just spamming those polys on the Healing Stat. Trying to reset, as running the Destro spec, both of these teams are going to be trying to, reset, pull back, push in, pull back, push in, just waiting for their offensive cooldowns. Nobody wanting to necessarily overextend and put either team into a bad position. Everyone has their trinket available except Shake Milk, which is very important. Healing Stat choosing to just turtle back here with his healer. Frozen Orb coming out, though, from Fake X, kind of maybe whiffed a little bit. He does have full Icicles, though. He could go hard on anyone here. It's just a matter of time here. Both mages taking the middle of the map, a full poly onto Shake Milk, Deep Freeze onto Banana Split. Does lock the poly, good counter spell by Shake Milk onto Fake X, preventing that CC on his Paladin, but he gets the palm poly, I believe, anyway. Double coils coming out, Shake Milk Healing Stat in a lot of trouble. Havoc Chaos Bolts could possibly come off here. They unfortunately are not able to, being LOS just at the last second. Both teams kind of just doing that typical Wizard battle, staying on their pillars. The Destro lock with the most aggression here. It's going to be interesting. The Chaos Bolt coming out with Demon Soul. Does get out on the Healing Stat. He's going to dip incredibly low, 150k HP. He's going to get topped off, though, because Banana Split, he's unfortunately not in any crowd control. Landing that cross CC on a Paladin is definitely important. Deep Freeze onto Banana Split. Can they stop the Polymorph? Can they stop the Ring of Frost? It's not thrown out. Howl of Terror landed instead. Shake Milk in a lot of trouble. Demon Soul is just running out for Foxito. Burns here, both the Lock and the Mage dipping incredibly low on either side. Garnet in a full poly. Banana Split choosing to trinket his. Sacrifice on a Shake Milk. Just a lot of damage from both Wizards. Foxita Jones using that Demon Soul again, tremoring out of the fear. Shake Milk into a poly. Healing Stat taking a lot of damage. Full half poly onto Banana Split. It does break the damage. Frozen Orb coming out. Lots of damage onto Foxita Burns in that Hodge. She's going to get dispelled, though. Blanket Silence on the Banana Split. Double coils. Healing Stat's in trouble. Chaos Bolt comes out. Doesn't go down. 100k HP. Oh my god, full fear on the Banana Split here. He's dipping around half HP. You've got to really keep track of those Chaos Bolts. He does get Blanket Silenced here. A DR poly on the Banana Split. Unfortunately, no more crowd control available for him. I think Healing Stat will be okay. A full fear landed onto Garnet. Dots just being thrown around, trying to get those 3 orbs. A full poly onto Healing Stat. Again, both Wizards, they do not want to give an inch. They're going to be playing defensively here. But a Deep Freeze on the Garnet. A possible swap. He's dipping really low. He has his trinket available. Half HP. He's gonna choose to trinket that, sit that Deep Freeze. He's going to be okay. Shake Milk, although taking a lot of damage. Both of these Wizards just throwing their bolts back and forth. Just waiting for an opportunity with those crowd controls. Banana Split has no trinket. He needs to be careful. Foxita Burns pushing in here, trying to get that Howl of Terror. Unfortunately not. He's going to get hodged up behind a pillar. Devouring Plague on him. Foxita Burns is the target of choice for the Shatter play. Will he be okay? Choosing to use that Ember to heal. A full poly on the Garnet. Shake Milk and Healing Stat into a Howl of Terror. Full poly on Banana Split. Shake Milk in a lot of trouble. He's Blanket Silence. He has to block. The poly just fading on the Garnet. Foxita Burns not in there. Shake Milk coming out of that block, trying to land a poly of his own, not able to. Full fear on the Banana Split. I believe it broke to damage. Both teams not willing to overextend here. Foxita Burns really trying to take advantage of the fact that Banana Split has no trinket. Coils coming out. Demon Soul is used. He's just spamming Incinerates, though. No Chaos Bolts, nothing too big. He's just spamming fear onto the enemy team. The Shatter play with the Holy Paladin. Both teams generally just staying near a pillar. They really got to be careful of each other. Anyone could explode in this matchup. Blanket Silence on the Shake Milk. I believe he got locked out. Chaos Bolt coming out. A lot of damage on the Shake Milk, tipping around 400k HP. Banana Split, however, not CC'd. His trinket just coming up. A full fear on the Garnet. He's choosing to sit that. Alter Time, though, I think being blown here from Shake Milk. A lot of damage on the Foxita Jones, or Foxita Burn, sorry. But Fake X being swapped to using that Temporal Shield, trying to make it the damage. Nice Howl of Terror on the Banana Split. They're going to set up hard on the Shake Milk. Deep Freeze into fear. Palm Ring coming down, a lot of damage, just overlapped a lot of CC on the Banana Split. He's going to sit that. But Foxita Burns unable to really cast here. Double coils coming out. He's getting the Chaos Bolt. It does get off. No, it unfortunately gets Deep Frozen. He's going to trinket that into a fear. Blanket Silence on the Garnet. He's unable to tremor. both teams are, they're in a really risky situation. Foxita Burns choosing to pour it away from the Devouring Plague. Healing stat taking a lot of damage, spamming Fear onto Shake Milk. He's going to get dispelled out of that instantly, though. Polymorph onto him after that with the Blanket Silence. Both teams kind of just peeling each other. They've got to play safely. They can't overextend. They're in a lot of trouble. But Trinket available for both healers. Both teams, Foxita Burns has to sit this Fear. But both teams generally doing a good job here, trying to keep the game exciting. Fake X, he does get dispelled of all those dots. No crowd control on the Banana Split. I would like to see them push in at some point to get that. Garnet doing a good job just staying in the back. Fake X, though, he's going to... Garnet into the Deep Freeze, into the Poly. Fake, he got locked out there. Devouring Plague, a lot of damage onto him. He's going to have to blink defensively and stay near Garnet. Possibly a Spirit Link here if he's not able to pick him up. My UI is unfortunately freezing a little bit. Havoc is coming out here from Foxita Burns, though. I don't see the Death Coils. Nothing extremely happening out of that. He's just staying near. He's got to stay on top of that Paladin. He's got to be pushing for Fears. They really need to get that... that Paladin's Trinket. They need to push in and get that. Fake X taking a lot of damage, being about half HP. Just the wizard battle happening here. Neither healer wanting to overextend or risk being crowd controlled to death. Banana Split doing a good job of avoiding this Fear as long as he can, but Devouring Plague, MCS on Fake X, full poly on the Garnet. Fake X is taking a lot of damage here. Unfortunately, there's no VT. Dipping about half HP. Can they continue the CC on the Garnet? No, they're unable to continue the CC on the Garnet. Blanket Silence! He has to block. He does block. He's going to choose to sit that, wait for Garnet to come out of the silence to top him off. He's coming out of the block now. Foxita Burns also taking some collateral damage. Both teams just wizarding it out, staying with their healers, doing their best to keep them out of crowd control. But I'm really waiting for that Demon Soul to come out for Foxita Burns, which it should be. Cool coming out. Here's the Demon Soul. It gets feared. Unfortunately for him, not able to get that Chaos Bolt off. Is he going to go for it? No, and choose instead just spamming Incinerate, spamming Fear. He's possibly going to get the Paladin's Trinket. He does. Deep Freeze onto Healing Stat. He's taking a lot of damage. Poly onto Banana Split. No Trinket available. Healing Stat in a lot of trouble, but a Poly onto Garnet. Blanket Silence onto Fake X. Fake X and Healing Stat both taking a lot of damage. 100 HP, no blocks available. Half Poly. He does have a block. Unfortunately, I'm wrong. He's going to block there at 190 HP. He's going to get topped up by Garnet as a result. Half Terror fading onto Healing Stat. A Fear onto Shake Milk. Foxita Burns doing a good job peeling for his team. Unfortunately, not able to get any success with that Demon Soul. But this MLS is just going to be pulling back, taking the pillar opposite of each other. They're just generally going to be playing defensively here, generating those embers, building those shadow orbs, and waiting for their CC and waiting for their cooldowns because they have Banana Split's cooldown. I would expect maybe a gateway to be thrown into the enemy Paladin so he can maybe possibly gate and howl. But both of these teams kind of playing defensively, just generating their orbs and their embers. They're going to be building up their damage. Trinket of double coils coming out. No CC on the Banana Split. Chaos Bolt gets locked. Good counter spell by Shake Milk there. But Banana Split into a deep freeze. The CC is not ending on him. Healing Stat taking a lot of damage. Full poly. He's unable to get out. I believe he could bubble it. Choosing to sit it. The Demon Soul is not enough damage to force that Trinket. 300 HP. Fake X also taking a lot of damage. A poly onto Shake Milk, just trying to stay alive, trying to pull back. A Fear onto Foxita Burns, Fear onto Banana Split as well. Just Fears being tossed around by both teams, but nothing really successful being done with that kill attempt. Banana Split still not has his Trinket. Both teams just not willing to push in, just spamming Fear, playing defensively here. Shake Milk taking a lot of damage, a little bit, sorry. Incinerate's coming out, just generating the embers. We're going to go back to that defensive push and pull play. So we're on the pull here. But Chaos Bolt coming out, Deep Freeze onto Foxita. Healing Stat incredibly low, Shadowburn range. Will he go down? 50 HP. No, he's saved by Banana Split just in time. Foxita Burn, with the Demon Soul, unfortunately rooted out of LOS. The Shatter playing the typical wizard style, just trying to stay back. They really need to wait until Banana Split's Trinket comes up. They cannot push in. Blanket CS on a Healing Set, trying to lock him down. Shake Milk taking a bit of damage. Fake X also taking a lot of damage, but Garnet, with no Trinket available, is possible that they can push in here. Banana Split's Trinkets coming up. Foxita Burns just trying to generate those embers. Poly, double coils coming out. No Demon Soul, though. He's not going to be... here it comes. He's going to launch the Chaos Bolt. He gets it onto Shake Milk. Gets into about half HP, but Fake X unable to connect. It's not going to have any follow-up. Banana Split's Trinket is available. Deep Freeze on the Healing Stat. Going to Trinket that immediately. Doesn't want his Paladin to fall behind. Just a lot of damage from both teams. But now we're going to go back into that pull stage where both of the teams are kind of just generating embers, waiting for their cooldowns to come back. Not both Trinkets. Trinket available for Banana Split, so definitely the advantage towards the Shatter play right now. Foxita Burns just spamming those Fears, trying to peel for his team. He doesn't want to die. He wants to wait until Garnet's Trinket comes up before he goes in for anything. So he's just Chaos Bolt coming out here, maybe a Baby Bolt. It's going to hit Shake Milk for quite a bit, but not enough. There's no CC on a Banana Split. But this game definitely going to be going for a long time. Wizard battles normally do. Full poly into Garnet, no Trinket available. available. It's coming out very soon, but there's no damage coming out. Really unfortunate, but the deep freeze is chained. They're going to go onto Garnet with it. He's dipping to a half HP. He's choosing to sit. 100 HP, Nature's Guardian proc. He's triggering into a silence. He's not able to link. Unfortunately, Garnet there, I think he triggered nothing. He was deep frozen. He triggered it too late, and he was Shadow Priest Silence, unable to link, and he will go down. So even though, overcoming adversity here, no Tremor Totem available, Banana Split's Shatter Play will be taking the win here. Oh my god. Wow. So intense game, just lots of random damage coming from either side. So I'll just be taking a second here to find out what our next game will be. What our next map will be, if you want to talk a little bit here, Zuni, while I'm figuring this out.
Yeah, and what a game by Mr. Super T, just MVPing for the last 8 minutes, or how long that ever lasted. Pretty entertaining to see it, because it did last. It was a pretty long game, but you made it really entertaining. So good job on that. As you were saying, Garnet been wasting his trinket. They kind of trinketed that end of the deep, and then ending up in a full silence, unable to use any abilities, too far away from the gates. And I feel like that was just kind of like a fluke loss. I feel like the rest of Shaman shouldn't really die like that. If he was a bit more careful, if he just trinketed earlier, getting in position. But when a game starts just lasting that amount of time, people might start to get a bit, losing the focus and things like that, and that's something that could have happened. But as you were saying, they will be picking the next map, and we'll see if that will make a difference.
We do have a map choice.
All right.
So we'll be just jumping right into this. I am queuing them up as we speak. We will be going into Runes of Lordaeron. That is the MLS's map of choice. I really think that this is a good map for them. Shorter distances in this matchup against a Holy Paladin. They're going to be landing that CC much more often. The Shatterplay did an incredible job of playing defensive when their Paladin had no trinket, and then pushing forward when they did. So as long as they're keeping that play style, there's always that opportunity to shatter the healer. The game going quite long there, and maybe like you were saying, Garnet caught off guard, not ready for that swap because polys were kind of being thrown around randomly. He wasn't really prepared for it. So I really expect him to be prepared for it this time. Hopefully he's going to extend the game a little bit longer, so his team can set up those Demon Soul Chaos Bolts. But I really think a couple of those double coil Havoc coils were really locked by Shake Milk, deep freezing them, silencing them. He did a really good job locking Foxita Burns down, preventing him from getting any real momentum. I don't believe they ever forced Banana Split's bubble, which is very important for an opportunity to swap or an opportunity to continue the CC on him. But we're just going to be waiting here in the raiding room. It will be opening in 3, 2, 1. We'll be starting right away on Runes of Lordaeron. Gateway being thrown down, of course. Of course, I'm going to be following Foxita Jones here for the beginning. He's going to be the man of the action with that Demon Soul. Getting his immolate up. He's just going to be dotting, building those embers. Both teams just generating their orbs, generating their embers, waiting for that crowd control. But Howl of Terror landed onto Shake Milk and Healing Stat. Shadow Fury on the Banana Split into a Fear. Really nice play from Foxita Burns early on, forcing the trigger from Healing Stat. Banana Split is going to sit that. Frozen Orbs coming out from both teams. Nice blanket silence onto Foxita. Unfortunately, he's not using Demon Soul. So that counterspell is not going to be available for him when he comes out of this polymorph. He could get the Demon Soul double Chaos Bolts off here shortly, but he's just choosing to generate embers. Healing Stat dipping really low here, half HP. Blanket silence onto Shake Milk. Banana Split still has a trigger. Demon Soul being popped. Not really able to get anything done. Gonna spam Fear instead. Shake Milk, obviously the target of choice for that. He wants his team to be okay. Nice poly into deep on a Garnet. Foxita Burns is choosing to unbound Will. Unfortunately, with VT, he's gonna be feared. Garnet taking 1 damage. Nature's Guardian proc. Again, I think he treated nothing. He's gonna Spirit Link. He's in a panic mode. Fear spam on the Healing Stat. Lots of damage coming on to both teams here. Spirit Link's going to make him recover, but he basically threw everything but the kitchen sink into that one. Trinket still available for Banana Split. He's doing a good job. I'm just going to watch his perspective for a little bit. Deep freeze on him. Will he land the poly? He does land the poly after the deep. He will get MD'd instantly by Healing Stat. Unfortunately, into a half poly. A Fear onto Shake Milk. A lot of damage from both teams. He still has that second Demon Soul available. Unfortunately, in a Fear, choosing to trinket that. Will he pop Demon Soul is the question. He's pushing in for a Fear. He Shadow Furies. He gets him into a full Fear. Will he trinket? No, he's not. He's going to generate his immolates. He's going to get those embers rolling. Chaos Bolt coming out. Baby Bolt on the healing stat, about half HP. Polly on Foxita Burns trying to lock that up. Demon Soul popped. Polly on the Shake Milk. MCS on the Banana Split. Fake X in a lot of trouble. Healing stat also in a lot of trouble. Full Polly on the Banana Split. Hex on the Shake Milk. Good cross CC from the MLS. Deep Freeze on the healing stat. He's incredibly okay. He does get dispelled into a fear, unfortunately. Now both teams trying to play recovery mode here. Foxita trying to play the buffer man while healing stat stays back with his paladin so you can MD him. Chaos Bolt coming out. Another Baby Bolt on the Shake Milk. Dipping to about 200k HP. He will be okay. Shadow Fury onto both healing stat and Banana Split. They're going to come out of that okay. Blanket Saws on a Garnet. MCS and a Foxita Burns. Will he get some cooldowns off? Frozen Orb coming out. Riptide, is it enough? Half HP using those Embers heal. Hodge, he can't get the defensives out. He can't port. He's in a fear. Polly on to Shake Milk. Both teams just playing defensively here. Foxita Burns definitely being the one to take the brunt from the Shatter play. I'd really like to see the Shatter play push in here. Banana Split's been able to sit on his trinket for such a long time and this bubble, but the Baby Bolt's coming on the healing stat. Half HP. Is he okay? There's no CC on a Banana Split. He pushes in Shadow Fury. He gets, I believe he juked the CS there. No, he was locked. He's not going to be able to land the fear, but Howl of Terror coming out onto the entire team. Healing stat triggeting into an MCS. Banana Split is out of CC. Full Hex on the Shake Milk, though. They're not able to turn it around. Demon Soul coming out. Incinerate's coming out. Lots of Wizardy Bolts being fired by both teams. Foxita Burns dipping low here. Full Hodgson and Polly on the Garnet. Just a lot of damage into Deep Freeze, possibly a swap. Another swap on the Garnet. He has his trinket available. Will he be able to get out? 200 HP. His trinket available. Nature's Guardian into the silence. Is he going to live? A fear on the healing stat. Just so much damage coming out from the Shatter play. Half HP. Battle Master trinket. Everything being used again but the kitchen sink. His trinket's still available. Fake X using his on use. He's going to go hard. He's going to turn it around. Baby Bolt coming on the healing stat. Half HP. 200k. Full Poly on a Banana Split. Trinket that instantly. He's going to need to save them. Deep Freeze, however, is he going to land the Poly? Is he going to get it? No, Poly is not landed. Healing stat still incredibly low. Half Poly on the Banana Split. MCS on the healing stat. Immolate's coming out. Fear out of that. GR feared. They really need to lock Banana Split down here. Healing stat is incredibly low. Can they get him to the Shadow Burn range? Fake X also incredibly low. 170 HP. Will he block? He does block at 90 HP. Full Hodge on the Foxita Burns. Banana Split doing a great job positioning very far back, trying to avoid as many fears as he can, using that Hodge to the best of his ability. But Foxita Burns, it's turning around onto him. Half HP or a mastery from Garnet. There's no crowd control available for him. Dark Regeneration also used. Foxita Burns should be okay here. Polly on the healing stat. Shake Milk taking a lot of damage. He's almost in Shadow Burn range. He has to block. Full fear on the Banana Split. He won't be able to top him off. He's going to have to sit in the block. Healing stat coming out into a Deep Freeze. They're swapping it up. Baby Bolts onto him. 160k HP. Banana Split choosing to bubble. Hex onto Shake Milk. Just so much damage from this team. Half HP on Healing stat. Half HP on Shake Milk. Full fear onto Fake X and Foxy. It does get tremored instantly. Fear onto Shake Milk. MCS on a Banana Split. Unfortunately, DR'd. Hypothermia still up. Shake Milk almost in Shadow Burn range. 190k HP. 180k HP. He's MCS. Banana Split not in CCs. Should be able to pick him up. Fake X dropping low. 70k HP. Has to block. Full DR player into Garnet. Unfortunately, Dotted not playing with that polyglyph. Healing stat into a fear. He does get dispelled instantly. Nice Hodge on the Foxita Burns. Unfortunately, it's dispelled instantly as well. MCS and a Shake Milk, though, I'm not sure why there. Both teams now, they're kind of resetting that push and pull. We're in the pull. We're playing defensive now. We're generating our embers. We're waiting for our healers' cooldowns to come up. But Shake Milk's taking a lot of damage. Banana Split with no trinket. In a full poly, half HP. Is he going to get the bolt off? He doesn't get the bolt off. There's going to be no follow-up damage. Halotera on the healing stat. Halotera on the Banana Split. Both of these wizards just chucking bolts at each other. Demon Soul Bolt coming out. Will it connect? Shake Milk, half HP. Poly on the Banana Split. Breaks instantly. He goes down to Shadow Burn. So again, the MLS proving that they can hold it out. They can hold it out and they can kill them. So this is going to go to a 1-1. Really well played by the MLS. Garnet, still getting caught really off guard. He had to use every single cooldown, so it's not a one-sided battle as I expected. But he's doing a good job, and the MLS able to pull it off. We're going to be going to a 1-1 here.
Yeah, absolutely, and once again, the pressure just was back and forth all game. Of course, Garnet just dropping solo really early on. This time he did decide to use some of his CDs, so he obviously was fine. And then the pressure went back up to Shake Milk. Healing stat doing a good job getting his paladin out of CC, but just not enough. When you have as a Holy Paladin, there's only so much you can do to avoid the CCs. You obviously only have 2 stacks, and then you can try and avoid the fears. But if your priest KMD you, then you eat such long CC chains. And of course, on the other side, it's just really hard to finish an MLS as a shadow priest and a frost mage. They were doing really good though. I felt like it could have if it could have gone a bit longer, they could have turned around. Maybe the map pick is really good for Destros. I'm not too sure. But anyways, if they're ready to pick the next game, then we can go straight into that, and we'll see what happens.
I'm just waiting the Shatter Plays map choice here. I've asked Banana Split. They're going to have to think about it. If they choose that Tolvaron, they are going to go for Tolvaron. They want the open space. They want more distance in between. But I'm going to be jumping into this game right away. We want to keep the action rolling. We want to go, keep the hype alive. And I'm going to be queuing them up right away into Tolvaron Arena, just waiting for the game to start here. And, this could go either way. The Shatter Play proving that they can do a lot of damage to Shamans. Taking him out in the first game kind of unexpectedly and almost doing it again in the second. So we're going to go to the third and final match. Whichever team wins this will be continuing in the winner's bracket. Whichever team loses, of course, falling to the loser's bracket. But I, of course, will be following Foxita Burns. He's going to be the man of the action with those Demon Soul Chaos Bolts. He's the one to direct the damage, direct the kills. Fake X supporting him excellently. Garnet as well, playing in the back. Unfortunately, getting caught off guard quite a lot. Let's see if he can be a little bit more prepared for that as we wait here.
Yeah, I still feel, the MLS kind of has a slight advantage. At any time, you can see them just randomly being able to global either, Shake Milk or Healing Stat. It's just really scary. So they feel like the GOD.com have to be extra careful. While if the MLS just kind of plays safe and rotates cooldowns, I feel like they could eventually get a kill. So, of course, this is going to be the map pick of the Healing Stat, Shake Milk, and Banana Split. The score is 1-1, guys. So we'll see what happens right now.
Yep. And of course, the Shatter Play needing to play very delicate. It's going to be a very surgical operation for them. He's going to get the gateway uninterrupted there. Grounding Totem as well to prevent the counterspell. Just general wizard battle. He's got his pet out. He's going to MCS and then sack that right away. He locks Shake Milk. He's going to sack it right away. There we go. Just starting the game off, pushing in here. The MLS is pushing in quite hard. They have their gateway to bail out. MCS on a Shake Milk. Howl of Terror landed on 2 players. Healing Stat choosing to sit that. Shake Milk taking a lot of damage. Poly on the Garnet. Shake Milk, though, in a lot of trouble. Banana Split does come out of the Poly. Should be able to save him. Poly on the Garnet again out of that Living Bomb. They're going to be swapping to him into a Deep Freeze. He's at 100%. Is he going to trinket? No, he's sitting in it. 300 HP, 200 HP. He's sitting in it again. Nature's Guardian proc Frozen Orb out. He's taking a lot of damage. 100 HP. Silence. He chooses to trinket Link again. They get every defensive from the rest of Shaman on the MLS right in the opener. They're going to need to play defensively here. Spamming Fear onto Shake Milk. They really need to peel. They really need to recover. They're all incredibly low. The Shadow Play doing a lot of damage in the opener here, proving that they can compete. Shadow Fury onto Banana Split. He's unable to land that Fear, though. He's going to recover. Just pull behind the pillar. It's really good that Banana Split still has his trinket. Full poly onto Garnet. Fake X taking a lot of damage. Swapping it up. Foxita Burns trinkets. Lands the Howl of Terror onto Banana Split. Healing Stat in a lot of trouble. Demon Soul coming out. The Chaos Bolts are real. Does he get them? No, he LOS it. He's going to port chase it. He gets the Chaos pulled off. A lot of damage on the Shake Milk. Banana Split deciding to trinket, but he will recover him. Holy Paladin heals incredibly strong when they're not crowd controlled. Both teams kind of, they're on the pull now. Spamming Fear, recovering, generating their energy, generating their orbs. They've got to rebuild their time and bide it. They've got trinkets on both sides. Spirit Link out of the way. The Baby Bolt coming out of Shake Milk. Chunking them pretty hard, but there's no CSC on a Banana Split. A full poly onto Foxita Burns. This God Comp has got to be careful, though. He ports in. Will he land the Fear? He doesn't land the Fear on Banana Split, doing a good job with his positioning, avoiding as much CC as he can, but unable to avoid the Howl of Terror. It will land. Hodge onto Foxita Burns, just trying to displace the damage from him. Garnet into a poly. They're going to swap to him. I see Living Bomb. He puts grounding down. He's preparing for it. Is he ready? Full poly on the Healing Stat, doing a good job healing for him. He's just going to sit behind a pillar. He is 100% okay. Foxita Burns is going to be dipping to half HP. Silence on the Garnet. Devouring Plague. MCS. Foxita Burns half HP. Cannot port out. He's going to have to gate. He gates the hell out of there. He's going to be saved by Garnet. That Unleash coming out. He's going to be able to top him with his one Healing Surge. A lot of damage though coming from both teams. We're on the push and pull. We're on the pull right now. But Healing Stat getting pushed in. Full poly on Banana Split. No trinket. Shadow Fury onto him as well. Full Fear landing. He's going to have to bubble. If he sits that, Healing Stat's in a lot of trouble. A Hex onto Shake Milk. Shake Milk getting swapped to. Has to block from the Chaos Bolt damage. Healing Stat and Shake Milk definitely both being cleaved down here by this MLS. A nice Fear landed onto Foxita Burns and Fake X. Full poly onto Garnet. Getting the Shatter Play, turn it around. Deep Freeze on the Healing Stat, just locking him down. Shake Milk in a Fear. This MLS just spamming their CC. But Devouring Plague out regardless on the Fake X. Deep Freeze on the Garnet. Fake X is the target. He should have to block your 300 HP. MCS on the Garnet overlapped, and the block is forced from Fake X. Shake Milk, though, taking a lot of damage with that Hypothermia debuff. Damage is being thrown equally on both sides. Healing Stream is down. He's going to be able to recover. Again, we're on the pull now. Generate your Embers. Generate your Orbs. Shadow Fury. Howl of Terror, unfortunately missed on the Banana Split. He's going to be okay with that, with his trinket coming up just now. He has a lot of cooldown still available. I believe he hasn't bubbled yet this entire game. So the MLS needs to do some work. They need to push in here. Garnet has a trinket. Full poly onto Garnet, though. Healing stat taking a lot of damage. No CC on a banana split. Garnet still on the poly. I believe alter time onto Fake X. A lot of damage. Deep freeze onto Garnet. No CC out of that, I don't believe. Fake X to be incredibly low. 100 HP. He has to block. Garnet's going to tremor that late. Get the healing tide down. Try to pick his team up. Foxita burns. I believe he actually triggered nothing there. Shake Milk using that on use. He's trying to get as much pressure as he can. Full Howl Terror onto the entire team, getting the trinket from Shake Milk. Banana split and healing stat almost all at the same time. Foxita burns gets dispelled instantly out of that poly. Again, now we're on the pull. Garnet doing a good job staying back, not making himself available for a swap. He has his trinket available now. Fear's being spammed onto the God Comp. Healing stat, though, taking a lot of damage. MCS, is there any CC for Banana Split? Do they need it? Half HP, Chaos Bolt's coming out. Will he land it? No, he won't. He's going to have to generate his embers again. Demon Soul coming up in about 1 minute. So that death timer for 1 minute is very looming. Banana Split trinket will not be available in 1 minute. But they're going to just bide their time. Both teams pulling back, playing defensively, a push and pull wizard battle kind of play style, generating their embers, building their icicles, getting their orbs. They're going to get all of their damage prepared. Baby Bolt coming here from Foxita Burns. Double Baby Bolt on a healing stat. A lot of damage. He sacks it. Is that enough? Is it enough? Palm being used there onto Shake Milk. Kind of strange Palm Poly onto Shake Milk. I would have much rather seen that on Banana Split. Deep Freeze, MCS on the Garnet. Kind of overlaps into a full Poly, though. Foxita... Or Fake X dipping to about half HP. Healing set's going to be okay. Both teams playing very defensively here. Garnet into a full poly, though. Is he going to be okay? Fake X dipping really low. He has alter time up. Can they get the alter off? NS heal with the set. It's going to top him off instantly. That Frozen Orb no longer a threat. Shake Milk, though, he's also dipping very low with Temporal Shield. Both teams are doing a good job. Shake Milk, though, no block available. Hypothermia. Oh, no, he just blocked. Hypothermia being applied right there. MCS onto Banana Split. Both teams, now they're back in that push-pull, going to take their pillars, just reposition, reorganize themselves. The MLS is in a very good position. Spirit Link is available. Healing Tide, however, on cooldown. Banana Split with no trinket. I believe Demon Soul available in 40 seconds. So they really got to force that trinket on Banana Split when it comes up and then push in with that Demon Soul. Shadow Fury Fear does get locked instantly. Good lock by Shake Milk. Just both teams generally just staying in the middle of the map, generating their embers again, spamming CC, building up, biding time for that moment when they can push in. Full poly onto Foxy. It chooses to unbound Will It. Maybe questionable. He could have been dispelled. Full Hodge onto him as a result. He's going to trinket that. Warlocks with the double trinkets, able to get out of all that CC. Healing set, MCS. Fake X taking a lot of damage. MCS on the Garnet. Will he go down 200 HP? I'm not sure if he has a block. Cold Snap coming up in 3 seconds. 3 seconds on Cold Snap. Half HP. Deep Freeze on the Garnet. Cold Snap coming up right now. Will he choose to do it? Half poly on the Garnet. Half HP. Encounters where Foxita Burns got to sit that fear. It does get dispelled by Garnet in between the polys. Fake X, okay, they're just going to recover. They're going to pull back. They're each team repositioning, reorganizing themselves. Feathers just trying to get the hell out of there. Both teams taking an incredible lot of damage, though, when they do decide to push in. MCS on the healing stat, so that's not going to be available for Banana Split if they decide to push in shortly here. But both teams just blizzarding, trying to keep them in combat. Do not want to let Banana Split drink. They do not want to let Garnet drink. No resetting. Healing set, though. Howl of Terror, unfortunately, missed on Banana Split. Deep Freeze, however, he's going to sit it. Healing set taking a lot of damage. Poly on to Garnet. Cross CC on both teams. Both healers and polys. Fear on Fake X and Foxita. MCS into Shake Milk. Who will go down? Foxita Burns unable to do anything right now. His Demon Soul is available. Spamming those spheres. Garnet in the deep. MCS on the fake. Garnet the swamp target. He has no trinket. Riptide 100 KHP. Does he have Link? MCS will he go down? My voice is starting to crack. 190 KHP. Oh my god, he's so low. Stone form. Battlemaster being used. I can't believe he survived there. Demon Soul still available for the MLS though. Will they decide to go? Banana Split still has his trinket. Healing stat dipping really low here. Baby Bolt's coming out. Lots of Baby Bolts on the healing stat. MCS on the Banana Split. Is it enough? Half HP. No CC follow-up on Banana. He should be okay. He ports in. Does he get the Howl of Terror? No, he gets put into a fear himself. Foxita getting dispelled instantly. Really well played by Garnet. Both teams, Foxita Burns trying to position in here, but Banana Split's just doing an amazing job avoiding as much CC as he can. Both teams just biding their time again, generating their orbs, building it up. They're going to explode on each other very shortly. Deep Freeze onto Banana Split. Shake Milk is the target, I believe. If he can Howl of Terror him, will he get close enough? He ports in, gets Hodged. Excellent Hodge by Banana Split. He's not going to get feared. Just really doing a great job avoiding that CC on that Holy Paladin. He's got to push in, though. He's got to get that Howl while his trinkets are available. Garnet's trinket coming up available for that Deep Freeze and that MCS. just generating those embers. Shake Milk taking a lot of damage. Both teams biding their time. This is the pull moment where they're building their icicles, they're building their embers, they're building their shadow orbs. It's going to be a while here before anyone pushes in, though, I believe, unless someone decides to grow some balls and get off the pillar. I really don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, though. Foxita's probably got a lot. He's porting in, gated in into a Howl of Terror on the Banana Split. Healing stat in a lot of trouble. MCS Deep Freeze, Banana Split triggered it too late. MCS, he's going to have to disperse. Sack used as well. Deep Freeze onto Foxita into a Hodge. Foxita dipping really low, 200 HP. Dark Bargain Force, he will survive. Garnet coming out of the poly, putting that grounding down. Dark Regeneration, a lot of cooldowns, like I was saying, that explosion of damage on both teams. But they're going to recover here. Just taking the middle of the map. No one's really turtling at this moment in time. Garnet using that Unleash, just a lot of damage. I'm not sure really which team's going to have the advantage here. Garnet still has his Trinket, Banana Split without. I believe blocks are available for both mages. Cold Snap coming up in about 20 seconds for Fake X. And Shake Milks is coming up very shortly as well in about a minute. Actually, no, Shake Milks is available. But we're in that bide the time moment to see which team will be able to do anything. Frozen Orb coming up kind of randomly, not really going to accomplish much. Kind of with their Froxita burns trinketing something. Deep Freeze on a healing stat. Fear as well, dispelled instantly by Banana Split. Well played by him. But putting in Deep Freeze onto Garnet, will they swap to him? He locks the poly on Shake Mill. He's not going to continue to CC. Foxita burns, Devouring Plague, Demon Soul coming out. Is he going to get the bolt? No, he's going to have to spam Fear. He's getting locked down way too much. Healing stat into a poly, Banana Split into a Fear. Shake Milk, the Demon Soul is popped. He does a lot of damage with those Conflagrates. About half HP here. Encounter words coming up. Fear ending on Banana Split. No Trinket is block available for Shake Milk. Full poly on Banana Split. Half HP. He does break the poly. Unfortunately, MCS out of that. Double Fear onto Fake X and Foxita trying to peel for Shake Milk. Garnet still has his Trinket available. Nice Ring of Frost. Garnet into a full poly though. Fake X is he going to take a lot of damage here. Full poly onto Shake Milk. A lot of damage from both teams. Demon Soul coming out again. Chaos Bolt. Will it connect? Oh my god, healing stat. He does get topped off instantly. Banana Split choosing to bubble the Demon Soul. So no bubble, no trinket available for Banana Split. Shake Milk taking a lot of damage. This MLS could kill Banana Split very easily with an MCS deep. Frozen Orbs being tossed out here. Lots of damage from both teams. Full Fear onto Garnet. No Tremor. Fake X, does he have a block? Devouring Plague. 200k HP. MCS onto Garnet. Out of that. Half HP, 200k. No dots. He has to block. Garnet coming out of the MCS. He should be able to pick him up safely. Both teams going to be just recovering here. Foxita burns, he has no Dark Bargain and no Dark Regen available right now. I really feel like they could do something to him, but healing stat completely playing very defensively. But Deep Freeze, like I was saying, no healing cooldowns. MCS 200k HP, will he go down? No CC on the Garnet. Frozen Orb isn't enough. Garnet choosing to trinket there. Froxita burns topped off instantly as a result. Full poly onto Shake Milk. Healing stat also taking a lot of damage. Both teams just hucking the Wizard bolts at each other again in that pull stage where they're generating icicles, generating embers, generating shadow orbs. Fake X dipping to about half HP though. No CC for Garnet. He has Tremor Totem available. Dark Bargain is now available for Foxita Burns as well. So him as a swap target is no longer an option. Choosing to poly him instead. But a Shadow Fear on a Banana Split. Good job locking him down. He misses his Howl of Terror. Good job by Banana Split. Able to avoid that CC. Garnet into a poly. Both teams kind of pulling back. Resetting their meters. They're getting ready. Chaos Bolt coming out. Baby Bolt onto Shake Milk. Half HP. It's not enough. Banana Split not CC'd obviously. And again, both teams pulling back to their pillars. Repositioning, reorganizing, generating their embers. He's going to summon a Fell Hunter here. Probably wants like maybe a double spell lock or something. I'm kind of confused by this play. Fake X about half HP. Shake Milk. MCS's healing stats. Sacks his pet right away. A really high level Warlock play though, doing that strategy, getting a pet out, MCSing. But nice Deep Freeze on the Banana Split. His trinket is available. Can they continue this CC? Into a full poly, unfortunately overlapped with Shadow Fury. MCS on a Fake X though. A lot of damage on both sides. Healing stat about half HP into a Howl of Terror. Fake X also Devouring Plague, Temporal Shield, Earth Shield. Should be enough to keep him up. Full Fear on Banana Split though. He has his trinket. He's choosing to sit. I'm not sure about that. That healing stat dipping incredibly low. He should disperse here. 200k HP. Incinerate's being spammed. Demon Soul is out. Not choosing to Chaos Bolt. Possibly got locked out on that. Both teams taking a lot of damage. Going to Fear spam Shake Milk though. Their kill opportunity is over. They need to peel. Garnet coming out of a polymorph. The Havoc being used there. Demon Soul on proc trinket. He's going to do a lot of damage to Shake Milk if he can connect. But Banana Split into a Deep Freeze. Does he get polyed? MCS on the Fake X. He will not get polyed. Excellent play from both teams, preventing that CC on both sides. But Fake X, he's taking a lot of damage. He's going to gate the hell out of there. Garnet isn't in MCS. He has to block. Deep Freeze on the Garnet. They could swap it up. Hodge on the Foxita Burns. Dark Regeneration blown. Oh my god, Garnet dipping incredibly low. He's going to Stone Form Battlemaster, Nature's Guardian. Denounce also coming out from Banana Split, just trying to lock down Garnet's healing. He's going to dispel that Denounce and all the dots. They're going to recover. Pull back. But Ice Block.
Garnet's Battle Master gone. Fuxita Burns healing cooldowns are gone. This MLS is in a dire situation. Banana Split has his trinket. Shadow Milk taking a lot of damage. Shadow Fury Bolt coming out. Sheik Milk gonna dip here. 300k HP double bolt. It's not gonna be enough though. No CC on Banana Split. Just a lot of damage from both teams. The MLS though in a lot of trouble. I don't agree with them pushing in here. Their defensive cooldowns are very limited. Deep Freeze onto the Ascendants into Poly. Fuxita Burns completely alone in a full Hodge. Imp says he can't trinket. He will go down. He should go down and he does. Oh my god. So, overcoming adversity, the Holy Paladin God comp, overcoming the MLS's Tremor Totems, and just playing excellently. Both teams dispelling incredibly, playing defensively incredibly well. My voice is kind of going out here. I don't know if you want to talk for a bit, Zuni.
Hey man, sure. That was a well-deserved break from you. But as you guys just saw, the team of Shake Me, Banana Split, and Healing Stat will be moving on to the round 2, beating Fake You, Fuxita, and Garnet. But what a crazy game it was. It started really early with that first opener onto Garnet. Garnet had to Trinket Link, Battle Master, Hellstone, and then you would think that they would eventually kill him, but then it just didn't happen. Of course, the MLS peeling really hard when it's needed, and that's pretty much what they had to do. I really like the fact that the shadow play were kind of swapping targets around. They were going to Garnet. They were like, okay, now let's hit the mage a bit. Now let's go for the lock, and then eventually they kill a lock. Dampening was in a little bit. I'm not sure if you remember the exact amount of minutes we were in, but
I wasn't able to keep track of that.
Okay, I'm sure
the game's a little bit too exciting.
I can understand that. I'm sure it was close to like 13 minutes or something. So dampening was a bit in. Of course, with those ember taps, the lock was not able to heal himself as much. Even close to 800,000 HP, he was able to die. With that CC chain onto Garnet, and that's how it is. But really good CD management, I would say, from the shadow play. I felt like they did pretty much everything close to perfectly on that side. Just rotating the bubble, the trinket from the Holy Pally, those spurs, and the blocks, of course, from Shake Meal and Healing Stat respectively, and that just like made a difference once again on the long term.
Yeah, and I think we're just deciding.
And I think you're gonna get a glass of water next. Or take some breath.
Yeah, I'm going to
maybe lay down for the next 30 minutes.
While you guys figure out what's going down, I need a glass of water. I will be right back as we decide what to move forward with.
All right. Yep, guys. So for you, that it will be Super Tease, the man commentating in between, during the games rather, at least for now, till we can get the my TR account issue fixed. But for those of you guys joining us, this is the preliminary tournament of the ProGameX. As you've seen so far, we had quite a few enjoyable games. We're gonna have a few more to go for today after a bit delayed start. If you want to check the brackets, I'm pretty sure you can find everything below. And as of now, I'm just deciding and talking to the admins to make sure what our next game will be. But I'm pretty sure it is going to be. It is going to be. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do the winners next. We're still gonna do the round 2. That will be the smartest choice for now, and then we'll move on to at least the first round of the second chance, that loser bracket, and then we'll see if we still have time. Sure, Diablos. Just let me know when you want to do it. Sure. All right. Well, guys, we'll be back in a few minutes. Just gonna make sure the 2 teams are ready, so we'll be right back.
Tag in the trap.